Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have yet another flip key Hyundai vehicle, and this time it's the Santa Cruz. So recently we have gotten several models in the base SE trim level, so I'm excited to be able to make these videos for you guys because it shows what you get in the very bare bones trim level of each model. So the vehicle next to me is a 2023 Santa Cruz SE all-wheel drive, and yes, this one is actually a 2023 model year. Now this is actually my first time hands-on with the base model SE Santa Cruz, so it will be interesting to check out what you get for just under $29,000, including all-wheel drive. And since the Santa Cruz was just released last year for the 2022 model year, there aren't going to be too many changes here for 2023, but if you do want to know everything that did change for each trim level, I have a separate video which I'll go ahead and throw a card up in the corner, so make sure to check that video out if you're interested in that. But overall, as far as the SE trim level goes, there's just three things that change, and it's more standard safety equipment. So in the SE trim level in specific, Hyundai added the blind spot collision avoidance assist, the rear cross traffic collision avoidance assist, and safe exit warning as standard equipment on all Santa Cruz. So as far as changes goes, that is all that changed here on the base SE, and it did receive a small price increase. Well, I shouldn't say small because it is fairly sizable, but for 2023, the Santa Cruz SE went up $1,010. So again, that is a pretty sizable increase considering just those three changes, but I have a feeling that this is more to do with supply chain issues and just the overall market conditions rather than the equipment that they actually added. So with that price increase in mind, the Santa Cruz SE all-wheel drive now starts at $28,245, including destination. So with all this information in mind, let's not waste any more time and take a look at what the 2023 Santa Cruz SE all-wheel drive has to offer for just under $29,000. So the Santa Cruz in front of us is finished in Hampton gray with the black cloth interior. This is a very popular gray on many Hyundai models. You can see it has a fair amount of metallic flake in the paint. I like to call this color a concrete shade of gray because that's kind of what it reminds me of. But up front of the Santa Cruz SE, you're going to find the same front end on the SEL Premium as well, I do believe. You still have the LED daytime running lights on the sides of the grille, halogen projector headlights, incandescent turn signals with some chrome accents in the bezel. And the grille kind of has a satin finish to it, so it's not full-on chrome like the Hyundai emblem there. But it does have a fairly premium front end for an entry-level pickup, if you would like to call it that. Black cladding on the lower sections of the vehicle, very popular with today's SUVs. Coming over to the wheels and tires, these are going to be your 18-inch machine/black accent wheels. These are the same ones found on the SEL Premium trim as well. They're 245 60 18-inch Kumo Crugin HP 71 all-season tires. You can see they do have interesting sidewall design there. All Santa Cruz are going to have these Easter eggs kind of stamped into the moldings on the side of the vehicle. Body color mirror caps, which is nice, but you do have black door handles. Some people might like all the black accents, but personally I am more of a fan of body color door handles and stuff like that. Coming to the back, you're going to find the open air experience of the bed. Once again, like all Santa Cruzes, partial LED taillights with incandescent turn signals and brake lights. The reverse lights are going to be found lower on the bumper with, of course, your step to get in and out of the bed, and the black rear bumper. Santa Cruz is stamped into the tailgate itself. You have your Hyundai emblem here molded into the plastic, backup camera, and the tailgate is still in electronic release, which again is nice for the base model. H-Track badge because this one is all-wheel drive. However, the SE and SEL will start to become available in front-wheel drive. So that is one of the things that for 2023 they're making available. I know they said at the launch of this vehicle that front-wheel drive would come eventually, and sure enough, it is starting to become available here on the Santa Cruz. So that is nice to see if you want a slightly less expensive Santa Cruz, but still want to haul stuff in the bed. So take a look at the window sticker very briefly. Like I said, this is a 2023 Santa Cruz all-wheel drive. It has the cargo package, carpeted floor mats, and mud guards for a total price of $28,795, including destination. So hopefully you guys can see that there. So stepping inside the vehicle, you can find the black interior with the cloth accents. Here on the door panel, it's going to be fairly hard touch up top. Gloss black accents similar to that of the Tucson. You do have a padded armrest here, which is nice, again, for the base entry-level trim. Power windows, mirrors, locks, silver accented door handle pull. Good amount of storage lower in the door. 6-way manual driver's seat, so you do have height adjustment. You have an interesting pattern in the middle of the cloth seats, kind of these lines that kind of go back and forth. It almost reminds me of like a heating element that would be inside the seat. So stepping inside, the step in height is going to be very easy on Santa Cruz's, and starting it up, this one does have a flip key like I mentioned, so there's no push button start here on the base Santa Cruz. Here's your key fob. You do have a remote unlock lock as well as your tailgate release, so again, that is nice to have at least. So immediately you're greeted to the base analog gauge cluster with a 4.2-inch display in the center. This is going to be very similar to the one found in the lower trims of the Tucson. You have your speedometer on the left along with your coolant temp. The display in the middle. On your right you have your fuel gauge and tachometer. And that center display is going to display some of your safety systems, the outside temperature, your odometer, trip information, all the usual stuff you'll find in the gauge cluster. You can also set up some of the vehicle settings through there and your digital readout. That's controlled right here on the right side of the steering wheel. Urethane steering wheel, audio controls on the left side along with your Bluetooth stuff. On the right, you're going to have your Hyundai safety systems, including lane following assist. This has standard cruise control, so no adaptive cruise. And the design is going to be very similar to that of the Tucson as well, which is the platform mate of this vehicle. So some silver accents. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist, regular wipers, gauge illumination, bed lighting, traction control off. Moving on to the infotainment system, this is the base 8-inch system, which means it has wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. You also gain the kind of halfway physical knobs that are kind of scroll wheels for the radio and tune. This does not have Sirius XM, unfortunately, but like I said, you do have the wireless streaming of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which means you can use your phone for a bunch of different functions. Overall, I think some people do definitely prefer this 8-inch for the wireless functionality. If you move up to the SEL Premium, however, for 2023, you will gain the 10.25-inch navigation screen, which loses the wireless functionality. So keep that in mind. Single zone manual climate control, but you do have buttons and knobs, which is nice versus the touch buttons on the higher trims. USB-A ports for charging and data, 12-volt outlet and a little bit of extra storage down here. You have your differentiated center console versus that of the Tucson, like I explained in my side-by-side comparison video. So you get an actual physical shifter here instead of the push buttons like the Tucson. 2 cup holders, gloss black accents continue down here. Drive mode selection. You do have snow, smart, sport, and normal. All-wheel drive center differential lock, which means it'll split power 50-50 front and rear. Hill descent control. You have your parking camera button so you can view the rear view camera. Auto hold, electronic parking brake. This is normally where you'd find your heated and cooled and heated steering wheel buttons, but there's nothing here on the base level, so it's just a gloss black trim. Center console has a good amount of room. Is padded with some accent stitching here. Up top, you will find a lighter black headliner. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's not too dark. Definitely looks a little bit lighter than some of the other headliners I've seen. You do have a vanity mirror, but no illumination. Incandescent illumination for the rest of the vehicle. Passenger airbag indicator up there. Manual dimming rearview mirror. But overall, pretty basic stuff here in the Santa Cruz SE. Go ahead and hop in the back seat, see what you get. You're going to find a mainly hard touch door panel, actually all hard touch. So the front materials do not follow through to the back. Cup holder inside the door. Here you can see some of the accessories with this particular vehicle. But overall, the seats are going to be the same as well. You still do get the storage underneath, which is nice, again, for an entry-level vehicle to still have that. Dual mat pockets on the backs of the front seats. But as you can see, no rear AC vents or no USB charge ports, anything like that. No sliding rear window either, so it's just heated glass in the back. So you do lose that, which is kind of a bummer. It is very easy to get in the back of the Santa Cruz. So it's definitely not a useless back seat, even though it is smaller than the Tucson. So coming to the bed space of the Santa Cruz SE, you're going to notice that you do not have the built-in tonneau cover, as that is standard on SEL Activity Package and up. So some might say this is actually a little bit more usable than that of the ones with the built-in tonneau cover, and I would have to agree to a certain extent. You definitely gain, you know, about a foot of space up here where that tonneau cover kind of takes up. So you're kind of height limited in the back as well as length limited. But as you can see, the bed is kind of sculpted into the back area. So again, you do get the full 4-foot bed without that tonneau cover in place. Of course, all Santa Cruzes is going to have the same trunk here. Unfortunately, the mat is tied down, so it's not letting me lift it up. But you guys have seen my other Santa Cruz videos, so that's going to be the same overall. Storage on the left and right side. This one's not going to have the power outlet on the right side. You have to get an upper trim level for that, but it is still a storage cubby. No lighting back here either, except for the light up above the third brake light there. But you still get the easy lift and lower tailgate with the electronic release. So wrapping it up here on the passenger front. Materials are going to be the same as the driver's side. 4-way manual passenger seat, so no height adjustment. Dashboard's going to be mainly hard touch. Glove box is damped. No illumination though. But yeah, overall, that is the inside and exterior of the Santa Cruz SE. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. So under the hood of the Santa Cruz SE and many of the other trim levels with the naturally aspirated 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, this puts out 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque through either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, again, just depending on how the Santa Cruz is optioned. This is the same powertrain that's going to be found in the Tucson, as well as the entry-level Santa Fe's. So overall, it's a very popular powertrain used in many different Hyundai vehicles. And again, this is based on the Tucson's platform. So that's going to wrap up this video on the 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz SE. As you can see, it's going to be a very basic vehicle overall, but I think for the money, again, this is under $29,000, including destination and all-wheel drive. I think it gives you quite a few features and obviously some versatility with the extra bed space in the back. And if you follow me here on the channel, then you know I recently posted a video of the Kona SE all-wheel drive, and that particular vehicle was just over $25,000, including destination. So considering you can get a Santa Cruz SE all-wheel drive for about $3,500 to $4,000 more, depending on the accessories and how the vehicle is equipped, to me, it might be something to consider if you need a little bit of extra space inside, especially need the bed versatility. And overall, I think this might be, you know, a solid option, and really it's not that big of a price difference. But yes, I know the Kona and Santa Cruz don't obviously compete in the same segment of vehicle, and they're far from it. But again, the price points aren't too far off for being entry-level trims. Both have all-wheel drive. I think this one might just be a little bit more versatile overall. And like I mentioned briefly in the intro of this video, I have a model year changes video on the Santa Cruz, so I go over everything that changed for the 2023 model year. I also have walk-arounds on the Limited as well as the SEL Premium trim in person. So if you guys are curious about what you get on the upper trim levels of the Santa Cruz, make sure to check those videos out. And in addition to that, I also have a side-by-side comparison between the Hyundai Tucson as well as the Santa Cruz, just to show you the interior volume differences between the two as well as the cargo space. So make sure to check that video out, because I think it's a solid comparison, because I think the Tucson and Santa Cruz are definitely cross-shopped in some instances. So let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the Santa Cruz SE. Is it a good value for the money? And also let me know if you happen to own a Santa Cruz, how your ownership experience has been. I'm always interested in how these vehicles are treating customers that have driven them on a daily basis. I think the Santa Cruz definitely has a niche following, and I think the people that buy it actually really do like it. So let me know down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed watching or found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It greatly helps out these videos and the channel. And speaking of helping out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to turn on the bell notification so you guys are notified whenever a new video is posted. Most days I do post a video every day other than Sunday. So keep an eye out every day about 10 a.m. a video will go live on the channel. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.